boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I have in it is Metro Exodus, developed by A4 Games, and they are using their in-house technology called A4 Engine. So A4 Games are the developers mainly and only of Metro games, so they started on Metro 2033 and they then released Metro Last Light and now Metro Exodus, which promised to be a little bit more open. But for the benchmark sequences, I decided to just use this introduction to the snow and also throughout the part where you are captured and you are mainly inside a closed environment. So there is a massive difference in performance between the environments, but first let's take a look on the graphical settings, So I'm using the eye settings, pretty much no motion blur at all, no tessellation, no GameWorks, no physics, nothing at all, and obviously no ray tracing. So the recommended requirements for this game are a little bit high, so it recommends an i7. This is not the issue, and neither the 8 gigs of RAM, but the GTX 1070, it is clearly a very high-end GPU, and they also recommend 8 gigs of VRAM. This I do disagree, because what I've noticed so far is that from low to ultra, the game only uses 3 gigabytes of VRAM, but if you decide to go with the extreme preset, in that case, the game will use more than 3 gigabytes of VRAM, and I'm pretty sure the 8 gigabytes will be useful. So looking to the results, what I get in here, it is with the eye settings, I got pretty much an experience above 60 frames per second all the time at these sequences. And eventually, if you enable tessellation, which makes a very big difference in graphics quality in this game packs a lot of tessellation. What I have it is, a loss in average of around 20 frames per second, and the 1% low starts to drop from the 60 frames per second to something like 49. If you decide to go with Ultra, which includes tessellation, what I got was an average of 69 with a 1% low of 40. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are able to play like this, people that don't care about the 60 frames per second. For them, as long as it is above 40 frames per second, it is okay. If you are that type of person, you can play with the ultra settings, or alternatively, you can max out the game entirely. This includes airworks, this includes physics, tessellation, all the stuff aside from ray tracing, of course, which is disabled. With this, what I got was an average of 50 frames per second with a 1% low of 29. But I've noticed that the graphic card was struggling with VRAM, so the 4 gigabytes of VRAM didn't really seem to be enough, and I've noticed a little bit of stuttering from time to time. Still, it is not really pronounced. I have seen games using Unreal Engine 4 stuttering much more than the game was stuttering, but still, it is quite noticeable that the GPU was struggling with the lack of VRAM. Alright, so that's pretty much that I want to talk about the performance of Metro Exodus, at least the results that I got. Now, talking about the performance in general. So what I've noticed so far is that in open environments, the game it is quite demanding, and this is why I decided to go with the eye settings without tessellation, because outside, in the snow for example, the frame rate is around 60 to 70 frames per second, sometimes 80. But as soon as you get into a closed environment, your frame rate jumps to 100 frames per second or even more. So it is a little bit unbalanced and depends a lot of your location. I'm very curious how the game performs in different maps, like the desert or in the rainforest. It might be more demanding than I have in here, and possibly the eye settings won't be enough to provide 60 frames per second on those environments. But for now, at the start of the game, this is the performance that I got. With this, I conclude my personal analysis of the performance of Metro Exodus. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Damn, too high. Hey, Artyom, help me get out there. Come up now. I got you. Did you hear that, Artyom? Something loud and jarring. At least it was far away.
Now that's what I call a blizzard. Can't see a thing. Or hear. Let's switch to radios. What the? Artyom, are you seeing this? I'm not just imagining things, right? A train! A damn train on the surface! Where? Shit, what do we do, Artyom? Should we catch up with it? Look! It's our guys from the Order! Looks like they're chasing that train too. Let's join them!
Hey, come on! Get inside!
How did you guys get here? Did you see that thing out there?
We sure did! Come on, get in! Here. Picked up 2 more individuals at the railroad bridge. One of them is the Order commander's daughter.
You should have checked first, assholes.
I'll just
Artyom,
shut up
thank
already.
God.
You don't
These
know
people,
what
they're Hansa, not the Order. Assholes. They did a number on you. Well, Dad will rip them a new one for that.
What's going on in this Moscow of yours anyways?
Of yours? You're putting this like you're not from here.
We aren't. Our village is about 200 kilometers from here.
What village? You're not from Moscow?
Just a regular village. We came here to find the boy's father. Left for Moscow about a year ago and never came back. But then we got caught by these here.
You mean there's life outside?
Why wouldn't there be any? Sure, there are lots of bad places and lots of beasts around, but we still get by.
Artyom, you're right. People really do live out there. We didn't know. We thought we were the only survivors. God, we'll tell the whole metro about this.
The heck and the boy out!
Hey, you people drove us halfway to nowhere.
They can handle it!
At least give them their masks back.
They won't be needing any masks. Fool, he could have lived. Let's go. generators are done for.
Keep your weapon trained on the opening. If anything comes through, shoot.
Attention! The turntable is switching on.
Just about enough of your whining, you old fuck!
You're heading straight for the ravine if you don't shut up.
Now listen, if you come out of here, we won't accept this shit again. Okay?
Animals. How can they? What can I do? The mutant? Watchman! A human? How did you... Oh my god. It's you she's been screaming about. Alive! You came for her. All right. I'll help. Finally, I'll be of some use. Okay, they took the girl to the base chief for interrogation. I can't take you to the main entrance. Too many guards. But we may sneak in from the back. Let's go. Don't rush, though. If they notice you, we're both done for. Wait. You'd better not walk into the light. Let's do it this way. You sneak to the lighting panel and disable it while I disable it.
What the hell is happening? You fucking breaker again.
Looks like they didn't finish the repairs at the generator, Sergeant. Stay close to the wall.
Yermak, is that you? Oh, you turned quite civil again, Yermak. So you can use your head after all. What are you mumbling? Come here and help me fix this.
There's a failure at the generators. You should see it.
What? Yeah, I totally need you to tell me what I should do. Better fix this line here.
Wait. You'll have to take him down. Can you do it quietly?
What's with that mumbling?
Wait. Turn that light off. Let's go. Wait a moment. Wait. Great. Well done. Let's go. Come. Go through. Come on. Good luck to you.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh my god! You're alive! Alive! Are you hurt? Hunter's badge? It stopped the bullet!
Take this, bitch!
Don't move!
Attention. Control unit damaged.
Morons! We're at war! One death won't be enough for you now.
What is this equipment?
This is the universal broadband radio jammer.
What?
It stops Moscow from hearing anyone, and them from hearing us.
Emergency shutdown.
Shit! This fucking sucks.
Mentre parliamo, la
It's not just Russia out there. It's the whole world. Oh my God. What for?
Because the war is still going on, and you behave like fucking cats! Hello!
All the guards will be here soon. Damn.
Don't shoot!
Artyom?
I'm with him. I'm with you. You have to run! Is this yours? They just left it sitting there. We must get out before they recover. Guards! You have to go sneak through the courtyard. Take the door the guards are coming through. Here, quick! Let's go!
Who are you?
Andrei Ivanovich Yermak, the train engineer. Run now! Just get to that hangar and then go to it. I'll get you out of here. They know me, so I'll get there easily.
Why are you helping us, Andrei Ivanovich?
I had... I guess I'll tell you later. I hope... Be careful.
Artyom, I see the enemy. Give me a boost. Can't really see well with the snowstorm. Don't forget your visibility gauge, Artyom. If you don't move too fast and don't come out into the light, you'll be harder for them to notice. Don't turn your flashlight on either, they could notice. Artyom, incoming, 2 of them. I'll give you some cover from above.
I see the enemy!
It's on! Covering you! One down. Got one.
Get it, people!
Attention! The command center came under enemy attack.
Changing position, Artyom.
All unauthorized persons are to be fired upon immediately. Civilian personnel movement is prohibited until further notice.
Artyom, the hangar is right there. We
The
could break
jamming
through.
system is coming back online.